The story about how Long Way Down came about is a little bit circuitous, and it started at MacDowell in 2012 when I was actually working on a different graphic novel. And in all my free time, because you actually have free time at MacDowell, unlike in normal life, I was working on some watercolors just as a sort of experimental project for a novel in verse that I loved by Anne Carson, another poet who's a favorite of mine. And she has a novel in verse called Autobiography of Red. So I was making these watercolors and kind of experimenting with style. And many years later, Jason Reynolds and Simon & Schuster, his publisher, saw those drawings, and they thought that that would be a good style for the book that they wanted to adapt, Long Way Down, Jason's novel in verse. They really loved those watercolors that are a little bit ethereal and ghostly, because Long Way Down is basically kind of a ghost story. So I began by adapting Jason's novel in verse into a graphic novel script. And I then did character sketches, and it was a really interesting challenge for me to kind of take that style that I had developed at MacDowell many years before, that was a little bit more abstract and less literal, and find a way to make that style work for a graphic novel, and to kind of merge that sense of poetic form and visuals, and make that and use that style for to tell a story and to tell Jason's story. Please join me in supporting MacDowell and all the work that MacDowell does to give the time and space to artists to create incredible work.